Hey guys, welcome to Lidav Beauty. Come on in and we will show you around. This place wasn't what it looks like now. This is a 6-month labor of love, and we're gonna tell you everything that went into it and all the inspiration that went into creating our dream salon.
Our main thing is not to have a front desk, just so we have a more of a home luxury space where you come and get serviced. So that's why we insisted not to have a front desk. And as you see, you walk in right away to our waiting area. We have a little mini bar and snacks and all this stuff. And the service is very personal and customized.
So as Nathan mentioned, we really wanted this to feel like a home environment, almost like an extension of our customers, our clients' homes. We do a lot of house calls, so we know exactly how they live. So when we were figuring out what we wanted our waiting area to look like, we really wanted to represent, again, what our clients' homes look like. So having a boucle couch is almost like essential these days, and we really love like round shapes versus square. So if you notice all throughout the salon, we have a lot of arches, we have a lot of like rounded edges, and that's exactly what you see in our waiting area. Our table represents that, our couch represents that, our little chandelier, which is like an apple, represents that, and we really just wanted it again to feel very homey and just very personal to our clients, and not so much like we're just going to a salon. It's very transactional.
Not that black and white vanilla box.
Exactly. We wanted to go outside of the box, but still keep it luxe and neutral. We also love the idea of feeding people. We both come from a culture where the first thing that's offered to you is food and beverages, so we wanted that to kind of resonate when people walked into the salon. Sometimes they don't even look at the waiting area, they look straight at our mini bar, which is fully stocked with different snacks. Every other week we have different snacks here. We have a full service bar. We have a mini fridge stocked to the brim with different sodas and sparkling waters. Obviously, cappuccinos and matcha lattes are a must, as well as teas. But we just wanted everybody to feel like you don't have to ask us, grab and go, and we're always here to feed you and make sure your thirst is quenched. As you can see, again, thought of everything. We have a hidden water filter that runs cold and hot water here, so you're never drinking tap water here at Lidav Beauty. We have hidden units behind this wall right here.
Hidden drain.
And we literally have a drain that even drains the water right out, so every detail is thought out. Honestly, our clients love our matcha lattes and cappuccinos so much that we even created our little to-go cups. So we're all about giving everybody a full service experience. So from taking your order of what drink you want from the day, or taking something out of the fridge, whether it's a plain sparkling water or a flavored one, and we all know how our girlies love their poppies, so we wanted to make sure we're fully stocked with everyone's favorites, so that it doesn't only feel like you're being, treated, but you're being treated by all your favorite things.
So whatever you have at home, we have for you here. So as you can tell, we only have 5 stations in here. We kind of didn't want to have this corporate big salon, more intimate, more private.
More like a boutique experience.
More of a boutique experience, exactly.
We really thought about what we wanted the salon floor to look like, and like I mentioned in the beginning, we love rounded edges, we love arches, so we were really adamant about having arches. And let me tell you, having arches is a whole nother science. It's a lot more expensive, but it's a lot more luxe in our opinions, and we were really adamant about having a custom design to our salon. So all the stations that you see here, including everything in the salon, is extremely custom made, from the color of the furniture, which was handpicked by me and Nathan, to the design of the actual arch. We worked with an incredible interior designer in Israel, as well as an incredible contractor that really put our vision into play. And this arch alone was brought in separately in 2 different pieces and assembled in here. All of these flutes that you see in here are all cut out, handmade wood.
Everything is piece by piece.
Yeah, everything is handmade carpentry here, and we picked out every slab of quartz that you see in here. Every piece of detail that you see is completely picked out by both Nathan and I. And even the chairs, like when you go into most salons, you normally see black because that's the easiest to have as a salon. Color gets places, but we wanted a blank canvas vibe here so that our stylists and our team really do feel inspired by creating. And sometimes when you have too much dark or too much color, it kind of takes away from the idea idea of wanting to create. So Nathan can attest to the fact that he gets a lot more inspired working at the stations because there's no distractions. And he was very adamant about the lighting here because he has previous experience with Salon. So why don't you talk to us about the lighting in here?
First of all, for us as a stylist to work and see what we do. When we focus on, for example, on men's haircut, especially when you go into details into fades and haircuts, and you want to see everything, and our eyes, we really focus, and the more light we have, the better it is. Yes, it's much more light than you have at home. So at home it looks a little bit different, but it's much easier for us to have this bright salon and be able to see everything that we need to see.
We literally get complaints that it's too bright in here, but from a stylist and makeup artist perspective, we really wanted not only natural light in here, but a lot of white light and just balance within the salon. So again, like, so we could see our details and we could really see color differently than what you would see in a much more dimmed looking salon. It also brightens up the whole space.
As you can see, we brought the same colors to the washing area with the same quality and the same luxurious of the best chairs on the market and best sinks in the market. We really want to make a very comfortable and luxurious experience for our clients when they wash their hair.
Like Nathan mentioned, we really wanted to bring in the luxury experience into the wash stations as well. This is probably everyone's favorite time at a salon when you're getting your head washed, a nice massage in the works. So we really wanted to give all of that vibes here, but also when they look up, we wanted them to see something beautiful as well. So we have this really cool, it's actually, all the chandeliers in the salon are actually my favorite aspects of it because they're very uniquely picked by the both of us. This one in particular really resembles like soap and suds, so we really wanted to have it above
It feels like bubbles.
Yeah, so we really wanted to tie all of that luxe and all of that experience into this area. So not only are you getting comfort, but you're also getting art to look at when you look up. And as you guys know, we have Orbe as our preferred line at the salon. Nothing screams luxury like a beautiful Orbe bottle. So not only is it functionally beautiful, it's also an incredible line. And going back to the fact that we really wanted our clients to feel like they do at home, and a lot of them are using Orbe at home. So naturally, that is what we chose as our preferred brand for the salon hair care products. And over here, we have all of our retail. So while you're washing your hair, you can sit and think about what products you want to take home with you. So we have our entire Orbe line here, which matches the aesthetic so perfectly. We really wanted to make sure that not only do the bottles look beautiful, but they match the aesthetic of the salon. So Orbe was just a perfect fit for what we have going on. And all of the shelves that you see are white oak wood. So we've wanted to, again, tie in the natural feel and very neutral tones to the salon so that it doesn't just look like a plain white shelf, but you're looking at nature while you're here as well.
It's all about the details with the light fixtures, with the white oak, with the heater we have over here. So we do a lot of keratins, and people are very nervous about the fumes. And a lot of other places, they have just like those kitchen hoods, and it just doesn't look right, and it's not as comfortable, and it's very noisy, and you feel like you're working in the kitchen. So we had this great idea where we can hide the vent in the ceilings. We have it hidden on top. Most of people don't even realize we have it. It goes on. It's all about not having bulky stuff in the salon, and just to make it more free walking, clear, and even with our hidden heater for highlights, for anything that we need to do, it goes straight directly to the sinks. For treatments, it goes directly to the chair for color. Again, it's all about the small details.
We really thought about every detail in here, from outlets to lighting to hidden vents, because we really just wanted everybody to feel like we thought about everything from start to finish. It wasn't just about the aesthetic and the service that we provide naturally. It's also about all the little details that we involve about what clients don't really enjoy in the salon. Nobody enjoys seeing bulky machinery. Nobody really enjoys smelling the keratin. So before we went into the aesthetic of the salon, the groundwork was really deciding of all the behind the scenes things and all the hidden little aspects of the salon that we have, so that it all ties into that luxe and detailed feel of it all. Now I'm gonna introduce you guys to my fish tank. My contractor actually named this the fish tank. Well, my interior designer actually had this concept of having me almost in this like glass-oriented office space where I can create content and also have my office space and be able to oversee the salon day-to-day activities. So when I'm in my little fish tank, I can literally see everyone working. I could see when somebody walks in. It kind of ties into the fact that we don't have a front desk. So if our floor managers or assistants are busy, I know that whoever's in the office, which is usually me, will be able to see the client and greet them almost instantly. So there's never a time where a client feels like we don't see them walking in. And I create a lot of content for my social media as well as the salon. So we do have our lights literally built in.
Lights, very bright.
A lot of lights. We have lights built into the station. This is again a custom design by our contractor and interior designer. So we literally built this table. We made sure to drill the lighting into the table itself. So again, we don't see bulky wiring, we don't see bulky machinery anywhere. And behind me is what every girl wants to see, which is tons and tons of makeup. So I have my own personal Sephora shop in here. And we are still working on the aesthetic of this shelf, but that's because I'm, again, very detail oriented and I want to be very intentional with what people see on the shelves here. So this is still a work in progress, but this is probably one of my favorite rooms in the salon as a whole because it's my little safe haven. Once I close this door, it's actually soundproof as well. So the idea of blow dryers running while I'm recording content never scares me. The whole room is insulated as well, so I get the best quality audio as well as, again, just canceling out any noise. Everybody has a view of me and I have a view of them. I kind of call it like a freak show sometimes, but without the freak part in it. But people get to see just like what behind the scenes of a founder sometimes looks like, and I think that's in its own very intriguing. So in here you could see some of the framework that our interior designer kind of dreamt up for us. This obviously was tweaked a little bit just based on budgets and the actuality of being able to put this into motion. So all our electric plans, all of our plumbing, all of this was, like I said, a labor of love, and this is what we worked off of to basically create our dream salon. And this is just the blueprint of what Lidav Beauty became. As you guys can see, we have a lot of mirrors in the salon, and it's because not only do we want people to pass by and look at themselves and look how fabulous they look, but we want every moment in the salon to be able to be filmed, recorded, and Instagrammable. So you will see a lot of fun mirrors throughout the salon space. I love this. This actually was inspired by another salon, Rapi Tomb Salon, which I worked for briefly, and they have these massive, gorgeous mirrors, and I just had to replicate it because it was just something I really admired in their space. You could also see that over here we do have really beautiful wallpaper, and this was originally supposed to be that like concrete wall kind of look, but that is very difficult to fix if you get anything on it. So per our contractor and interior designers thought process, we decided to get wallpaper that resembled exactly the look that we wanted. So this is honestly a fan favorite of every client because everybody passes by. Not only is it a texture, it's also just beautiful to look at.
They can't believe
and
that
feel.
it's a wallpaper. They think it's the actual
And I was
design.
running around for this wallpaper like there's no tomorrow. So again, another labor of love from all of us. But now if you follow me, I'm going to show you some of my favorite other rooms, which I actually service out of myself. We have two beautiful beauty suites here, and again, intentionally designed and crafted for our clients' luxury experience. So I'm a lash lift and brow artist as well as a makeup artist. So if you follow along into here, again, we have a beautiful light fixture that I was instantly drawn to. The second I saw this at the store, I was like, I have to own it. So just the gold is being tied back into everything that we have in the main space on the floor, and our pop of color is black. So as you can see, we have gold and black in the chandelier, and gold literally at the base of our beds because that is important. We literally wanted to bring every aspect into play here. This bed goes up, goes down, it sits fully up and is just the most comfortable bed to sit in. So we actually take naps in it when needed. But going back to more mirror designs, we're all about lighting and we're all about shapes. So as you can see, even all the mirrors in the salon have an arch or a rounding to it. And this right here is probably everyone's favorite. I think if you follow me on Instagram, the first thing you do is run into the room to take a selfie here, because this is where all the Lidav Beauty outfits are filmed or like taken pictures of. So we have this aesthetic mirror so you can look at yourself after and before service. And again, bringing all the white oak into the design aspect of our room so that it ties every aspect of the salon in. And you can see my little setup over here for my next client today. And we just, again, have greenery, gold, everything just ties back into everything. We even have gold as our hooks right there.
When you talk about details of gold, everything is gold. As you can see, gold was very, very important detail. We changed it like maybe 3-4 times until we find the right gold, because there's different shades of gold, and it was a lot of changes until we find the right colors.
But we got it, so that's all that's important. Now, if you follow me, I'll take you into our next suite, which is our facial and lymphatic room. We literally have the best esthetician and lymphatic massage therapist here, so if you love those, please come visit us. But this room is very similar to my suite. Again, we have all the same details. The layout is a little bit different. It also feels a little bit more cozier in here because it is more for a relaxed and luxury experience of facials and lymphatics, where most of the time you do have your clothes off. So we wanted it to feel really warm and cozy. We are a Repassage beauty salon, so all of our skincare is represented by Repassage, and our esthetician is a certified Repassage esthetician, as well as we have this incredible Yumi skincare machine. We are the first in New York City to have this machine. It has all different functions like hydrofacials, microdermabrasions, cool sculpting, ultrasounds. It just has it all in there and at your service for when you're in this room. And we just, you know, from every detail to the Lidav Beauty on our robes, to again the golds and the white oak, everything throughout the salon is just curated very carefully for the overall experience. We even had to think about what we wanted as our shades, and instead of doing boring white shades, we decided to do another texture, but keeping in the neutral family. So we have these really cool woven shades that have, I've personally never seen this in a salon. It ties back into having that homey feel, and just again bringing in texture and different aesthetic that you don't normally see in your day-to-day like basic salons and, you know, spots.
And the details, obviously, again, with the hidden doors, you can get all your privacy in here. The details on the locks, everything gold. We changed these 3 times as well until we find the right color, thanks to Liana right here.
So if you come along with us now, I'm going to take you to the basic reason why we have Lidav Beauty today, and it is our Sip&Glam room.
Liana had the idea of bringing a group of people together, a group of women together, and teaching them how to do self-makeup applications with their own makeup. We had a couple classes that we rented some basements and some hotels rooms and stuff like that, and people really liked it. And then we said, oh, we will have our own room instead of renting all the time. And then I was like, yeah, and I will have like one little chair next to you so I can do hair too.
As Natan mentioned, I teach self-makeup application courses, so it's really important for me to empower women through everything I do in beauty, and this was a main focus for me. I think everybody needs to know how to apply their own makeup and not always rely on a professional to do it for them. Also, how many of us own makeup and we don't know how to use it, or we're not sure if we're using the right products for us? And this is how Sip&Glam kind of came into being. I have been doing self-makeup application on my personal Instagram. It had a lot of traction, so I wanted to bring it into a space that felt like a safe space for people to be able to explore. So as Natan mentioned, instead of renting offices and renting conference rooms and things like that, we decided to build our own beautiful classroom setting, and we designed it in a way where it looks like it's a dining table, it looks like it could be a board meeting, it looks like it could be so many different things, but it is literally, again, a labor of love, because this table is hand designed by me and handmade by our incredible contractor. So from the detail of the table, which ties into all the quartz you see through the salon, this one is actually slightly different, but still has the same colors running through it. If you see, there's a lot of golds in here. There's a lot of...
Yeah, and as we mentioned, obviously, lots of lights. So we have lights everywhere. We have all the type of, if you have a little bit more intimacy, if we sit over here and have a little meeting, or sitting in the evening, and obviously lights, very important, especially with makeup applications.
Yeah, if you actually notice, we have this really like sexy ambiance, I want to say. I actually love when the lights are a little turned down and all we have is our overhead light and the shelf lighting. It just creates a very intimate, sexy experience in here. And again, that's all we want for our customers to experience. So I want to just show you the details. This table is actually custom made by my contractor. He is insanely talented, as you can see, but I was really adamant about having a table that fit 8 to 10 people because that's how big our classroom setting usually is. So we literally designed a table that would fit into this room perfectly.
With a lot of details.
A lot of details. So this is custom dimensions that you don't see with, I guess, your basic like store-bought tables, but this is the fun part. Not only did we create a custom table with custom quartz that we picked out, we again have the fluted kind of wood down here that's also white oak. We even have outlets on the bottom of the table so that we can constantly have chargers going, as well as our LED mirrors that we use in class. So there's so much detail put into the salon that people don't even realize we have.
Chairs with gold. Chairs
with gold. I think this was the hardest part. I was on a hunt to find makeup safe chairs because, as you guys all know, makeup stains very easily, and I wanted to make sure that our salon is functional, not just aesthetic looking. So I was able to really pick up on aesthetics and function, and we're really happy about that. As you can see, like Nathan mentioned, we have the gold running through. We
had not 3 chairs, we had like 10 chairs until we locked to this one.
Yeah, the amount of returns this poor guy had to do, because I was just clicking away, but he was the one doing all the heavy lifting. But in here we have, like I said, the table for our classroom setting, as well as we have intimate family dinners here. So every quarter we like to host dinners for our staff and to just have this like team environment. We take a lot of our meetings here. We even have a lot of our friends that like to work from our office space here, clients. So it's one of those rooms that when the classroom is not happening, we have so much use for here. People eat in here, people take meetings in here, people work on their laptops in here. It's just a really multifunctional room.
So a lot of my clients, before they start with their hair or after they finish with their hair, many times they get calls in between, so they love the fact that they can have a seat over here, take a Zoom call. We have a separation in our sound system in every individual space in the salon, so if somebody needs more peace over here, we can shut off the music.
Yeah, we could literally play different music in any room of the salon, which is epic. But I think you should talk to them about our TV, which is what that is right here.
Whenever we run a class, Liana is recording in the social media room the classes before, and then they streamed over here. So each individual person over here can see what she's doing, and then she can walk around and help and customize it a little bit more to each person.
There's no wires, there's nothing that's just like ruining the design of our salon. And behind me again, we have white oak, which is throughout the entire salon, and we have all of our repassage products, as well as our little knickknacks just to create more beauty in the salon. We have greenery throughout it. You'll see that there's some other details like our Lidav Beauty bags in here. We have storage space in here for all the Sip&Glam necessities that we have. Everything is just thoughtfully thought out here so that it creates the easiest functions. So it creates easy functions for us. What are you doing?
And more gold.
Yeah, more gold, everywhere gold. But everything here is to create easy functions, easy environment, and most of all, aesthetic. So this is our Sip&Glam room. So as you guys can see, we really thought about every detail so that when you're walking in and out of a space, you're not bumping into anything. You're not, honestly, the only thing people might bump into is our glass doors because of how clean they are. But that everything here is created so that it's functional, aesthetic, and easy to maneuver around. So the entire salon feels really flowy and just easy to maneuvers. So I hope you guys loved the experience of Lidav Beauty.
And I want to mention one more thing. So we literally, when we say
We walked into CB2 and I saw this and I was like, we need a gold umbrella holder.
We took theirs.
This was the only one in store that was not for sale. It has a bent in it somewhere. It's right there. It's a very loved piece, but it had to be part of the aesthetic.
So this video is not even close to the actual experience and to the actual how it feels and looks over here. It's a lot about energy. There's a lot of good energy. We get this from a lot of clients and from every person who walks in over here. Even our managers in this building, our general manager always bring people to our unit in our building to show how pretty this building can be and look. So come and experience and feel it with us.
Can't wait to see you back here at Lidav Beauty.
Lidav Beauty.
Bye. See you later.